If you step outside on a clear night and look up, you are seeing a tiny, quiet fraction of our immediate galactic neighborhood. Our Milky Way alone holds hundreds of billions of stars. Multiplied across the observable universe, it guarantees billions of solar systems, and within those, physics dictates billions of temperate planets made of water and rock. Even if we assume an incredibly pessimistic success rate, say only 1% of those planets develop life, and only 1% of those develop intelligent species, the math still leaves us with millions of active civilizations. By all logical metrics, our telescopes should be overloaded. We should be detecting rogue radio waves, tracking heat signatures of orbital megastructures, and catching exhaust trails of interstellar travel. The raw statistics dictate that humanity should have encountered extraterrestrial life by now, but when we sweep the sky with our most sensitive instruments, we hear absolute silence. There are no signals, no structures, and no traces of biological life. In 1950, the physicist Enrico Fermi summed up this glaring contradiction with a single, chilling question: where is everybody? The math says the universe is crowded. The evidence says it is completely empty. We are left staring at a cosmic crime scene that actively defies our basic understanding of probability. Astronomers have narrowed the potential culprits down to 3 prime suspects. The first possibility is that the math is wrong, and we are the absolute first advanced species to arrive. Look at this timeline of evolutionary hurdles. For life to reach our stage, it has to survive a highly volatile gauntlet. Single cells must spontaneously form, absorb other cells, and survive climate shifts to develop a brain capable of tool use. Earth miraculously bypassed these extinction events. We threaded a biological needle that millions of other planets failed to navigate. If this theory holds, those other planets aren't empty, but the life there is stuck. It is swimming in microscopic oceans or crawling as primitive moss, completely unaware of the stars. In this scenario, humanity carries the weight of being the universe's only intelligent consciousness. The second hypothesis takes the exact opposite view. Advanced aliens do exist, and they are already perfectly aware of us. Think of Earth as a cosmic nature reserve. Under this model, ancient civilizations have formed a governing coalition with a strict policy of non-interference. They treat humans as a primitive, highly unpredictable species that must be allowed to evolve on its own. To observe us perfectly while leaving zero traces requires technology we cannot comprehend. They might monitor our atmosphere from the moon's dark side. They might simply be waiting for us to prove we are safe. We may have to cross a specific evolutionary threshold, like peacefully mastering fusion energy, before they initiate contact. If this theory holds, our entire perception of an isolated universe is a carefully constructed illusion, maintained by someone watching us from the dark. The third hypothesis is the most fatalistic. It argues that there are no aliens watching us, because they are all dead. Biologists and astronomers refer to this as the Great Filter. It suggests there is an unavoidable technological or evolutionary barrier that no advanced civilization can survive. This chart maps a species' technological power against its long-term survival probability. As a civilization learns to harness massive amounts of energy, its capacity to accidentally destroy itself rises. Eventually, the line collapses. The mechanisms for destruction are self-inflicted, splitting the atom for nuclear annihilation, extracting carbon for rapid climate collapse. Coding AI that outgrows creator control. The silence of the stars is the silence of a graveyard, the quiet, irradiated ruins of civilizations that failed to survive their own progress. If the Great Filter is a guaranteed rule of technological progress, then humanity is currently blindly accelerating towards its own demise. When you lay out these 3 scenarios, the Fermi paradox stops being a debate about missing aliens. It becomes a mirror. We are staring down 3 immense psychological weights: absolute cosmic loneliness, constant unseen surveillance, or imminent self-destruction. Identifying our position among these 3 paths allows us to navigate our own long-term survival strategy. This is why finding fossilized microbes on Mars would be such a significant discovery. If we find that life began easily on a second neighboring planet, we prove that abiogenesis is common. But if life is common, Yet the rest of the galaxy remains silent. It implies the filter occurs later in a species development. It would suggest our greatest challenge isn't behind us, it's still waiting in our future. Every signal we hunt for is an attempt to see if any species has ever actually survived its own advancement. But until we find that proof, we are grounded right back here, looking up at the night sky. The chilling reality is the true nature of this quiet universe remains a mystery. Billions of planets and absolute silence. Are we the first? Are we being watched? Or is the clock running out? Which one do you believe is the truth?